interesting poll came out of CBS revealing that while you and I understand, because we talked about it pretty extensively, that Trump is becoming weaker politically and his grip over the Republican Party is becoming so much less significant. Well, this poll shows you he's not completely irrelevant yet, though. And I think the Republican electorate is honestly a little bit confused, a little moody, we'll say, about Trump. And they're going this way and that way and can't quite make up their mind because every poll about this issue has been different. But we can say for sure, while he's becoming way less powerful compared to the past, we cannot act like he doesn't still have some hold, a very significant amount of hold over a part of the Republican Party. And that is scary and dangerous because what's going to happen if he loses this go round? We could see the same dangerous election denier type rhetoric come out of him and come out of his supporters, and who knows where that will lead. Here from CBS, this part of the article is titled "The Trump Factor." Most rank and file Republicans want to see at least some party loyalty toward Donald Trump. That extends beyond just the former president himself. Republicans overwhelmingly want the party to follow Trump's policies and his views on 2020. So there's been little reassessment on that front since a year ago. This hasn't changed since the election, despite many of Trump's endorsed candidates and many election deniers having lost in November, and with views of Trump having proved net negative for voters overall in the midterms. And then they provide screenshots of this poll being portrayed on their program. It's a CBS News YouGov poll where you see, when asked among Republicans the question, or finishing the statement, Republicans being loyal to Donald Trump is, and the options are very important, somewhat important, not too important, not important at all. And 35% of Republicans polled by this poll say it is very important that Republicans are loyal to Trump. And then 30% say somewhat important. So as far as the category of any form of importance, 65% of Republicans asked say Republicans should be loyal to Trump. We'll get to his policies, but just him as an individual, 65%. That's not as much as it used to be, but still a lot. And then not too important is 21%, and not important at all is 14%. 14 is a very small percentage for not important at all. Then, next question here, prefer candidates similar or different to Trump among Republicans, and then the different categories are: do you prefer similar or different in terms of policies and proposals, views on 2020 election, how they handle themselves? With policies and proposals, 81% of Republicans want candidates to be similar to Trump's policies and proposals, and 19% say different. Views on the 2020 election, meaning election deniers, 66% want election denier candidates, 34% don't. And then how they handle themselves is split 50-50. And that's what I think this comes down to. As the percentages decrease, you see what it's in relation to. And they love the policies. They mostly love the election denying. And they're kind of split on Trump's personality, his style. That's terrible. Because what does that mean? Trump could leave. Trump could be gone. And we're still going to have those values instilled in the Republican Party for a very long time, even if he is not the face of it. This poll honestly surprised me because I thought a lot of Republicans were going to stray away from Trumpism, but stay away from Trump, but stay with Trumpism, right? So say he's not the guy, but I like his policies. So the policies and proposals part doesn't surprise me. What does surprise me is the 65% of people who say it's important for their candidates, their Republicans, to be loyal to Donald Trump. That means he still has a really good shot of winning this Republican primary. We've never discounted that. We know that. But this proves it, at least according to the CBS YouGov poll. And that's not good for America.